What's going on, everybody? First video on a new channel called Armchair Quarterback Talk. The reason why I picked that channel, or that channel name, is because we've all heard the theory of Monday morning quarterback. But today I want to talk about the AFC Divisional games this weekend. And then I'm going to do one about the NFC. But let's talk about the two games we got this weekend. We got the Houston Texans going to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens going to the Buffalo Bills. Let's talk about the Chiefs games real quick. So there's two sides of this story you can go off of. Most of the starters for the Chiefs haven't played in 14 to 21 days. That could be good, that could be bad. It's a wait and see kind of game. We don't know. We don't know if there's going to be fatigue. We don't know if there's going to be, I guess you could say, them being sluggish. That's the best way I could put it. And then you got the Houston Texans on the other hand, who, for the first half of their game against the San Diego Chargers, really didn't do anything offensively. And then in the second half, it was a completely different story. You had a touchdown by the Texans, and then right after that, I mean, the very next drive for the the Los Angeles Chargers, they drove down the field, scored a touchdown on an amazing pass by Justin Herbert. But because everybody was like, oh, the Chargers are coming back, oh, the momentum has shifted. But on the ensuing point after touchdown, PAT, it got blocked, ran back for 2 points. Something that very rarely happens in the NFL, but that's what happened. And in my opinion, watching that game, that was the catalyst. That is what propelled the Texans to pretty much take control of that game. So you got the Texans going into Kansas City. Now, we saw this game before. We saw it on Christmas Eve. Or Christmas Day, I'm sorry. And the Texans looked absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. The Texans cannot come out sluggish in this game. They've got a defense that can stop Kansas City. We have seen the numbers this year. We've seen Mahomes. We've seen Kelsey. The numbers are down. So the Texans defense matches up, in my opinion, really good against the Kansas City Chiefs offense. But, and here's the big B-U-T but. Can the Houston Texans offense be fired the entire game? I mean, from opening kickoff all the way through the end of the game. That is what's going to have to happen. CJ Stroud is going to have to play the game of his life. He is not going to be able to come out, go 3 and out, or 20 yards, and then have to punt. You can't do that against the Kansas City Chiefs. And as you can see, I'm a huge Denver Bronco fan, so I am definitely not rooting for the Chiefs. And oh yeah, I know. Oh, you just don't like the Chiefs because of this. No. It goes deeper than that. Yes, don't like them. I'm a Broncos fan, and I don't want the Chiefs to three-peat. I really don't. What is a better story to you? Okay? Houston Texans who've never been to a Super Bowl. Never been. They've never even been to the AFC Championship game. Or a three-peat. What's better? The Buffalo Bills, who have not been to the Super Bowl since they lost 4 in a row. 4! Can you imagine that? They go into 4 straight Super Bowls. 4 consecutive AFC Championship game victories. And losing all 4 Super Bowls. Can you imagine that? I mean, seriously. That's got to hurt as fans. And then you got the Baltimore Ravens. Last year, number 1 seed. Couldn't get it done. You got the argument, is Lamar the MVP? Is Josh Allen the MVP? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. Looking at the stats, Lamar has more to work with than Josh Allen does. Lamar, in my opinion, has a better defense than Josh Allen does. So, it's it's up to the people who decide, but that's just what I'm saying. So you have two games here. You got the Texans going into Kansas City. You got the Baltimore Ravens. You got the Baltimore Ravens going into the Buffalo Bills, or going into Buffalo. So, according to the weather and everything, that game in Buffalo is supposed to be cold, which true playoff football is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be cold, possible snow. We'll wait and see. Now, Baltimore, that's not going to be a big deal from them. You know, they're an East Coast team. They play in the cold weather. But you got Josh Allen there, man. You got Josh Allen. And he thrives in cold weather. He does. Look what he did against the San Francisco 49ers earlier this year in the snow. Just saying. So, what, in my opinion, is a better AFC Championship game? Honestly, I would love for the Texans to be there versus either the Bills or the Baltimore Ravens. This whole thing with the Kansas City Chiefs, man, it's time for something new. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, they're going to three-peat. They're going to three-peat. Really? In my opinion, as a sports fan, as a football fan who's watched this game for over 30 years, who's studied this game, in my opinion, a three-peat, yes, it's big. Oh my gosh, nobody's ever done it. Tom Brady didn't even do it. But you've won 3 Super Bowls in the last 4 years. And then you got a team who lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls. 4! And has not been back. You have the Houston Texans that have never even been with a 2-year quarterback. His second year, his sophomore season, as they say. So, in my opinion, I would really like to see that. And, you know, the games, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. They're going to both be in cold weather. Because we got the storm front moving down, and it's going to hit big time hard in the middle of the country and up north. You know, I'm down here in Texas. We're supposed to have colder weather than we've had in a very long time. So it's going to be... Does that affect the Texans? It can. I'm not going to lie. They play in a dome. That's why I'm not a big fan of dome stadiums. But anyway, they play in a dome. And now you're going outside in cold weather going against the 2-time defending Super Bowl champs and Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid. But, again, they have not played football in almost 21 days. That's a long time not to play. And then you got the Buffalo Bills, who, honestly, when they came out last week against the Denver Broncos, and I'll have a video up here later about the NFC Divisional round, and then about the Broncos and what I'd love to see them do. But it was 10-7, almost 10-10 at halftime. But then after halftime, the Buffalo Bills kicked off. You know, they went, you know, full Josh Allen, you can say. And they can't do that against the Ravens. They honestly can't. Because the Ravens will... You got Derrick Henry, you got Lamar Jackson, and so much more on that offense. And if you don't stop King Henry, you're not going to stop anything. And the Buffalo Bills, it has been proven you can run on them. And you're going to go, well, your team didn't run on them. I know my team didn't run on them. We have a running back by committee, and we don't have a true power back yet. So, we'll see. We will see. But, in my opinion, I would love to see something new in the AFC Championship game. Honestly, the Bills were my pick at the beginning of the year. As a Broncos fan, yes, the Bills were my pick to go to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. And everybody's like, well, the Bills lost Diggs and this and that. You still got Josh Allen. And how can you go against him? And I know you're going to be like, oh, well, the Chiefs, they've got Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes is on a downside this year. So we'll see. I'm thinking about trying to, like I said, I'm just starting this channel. I'm thinking about trying to live stream the games this weekend, and we'll go from there. I will have a video up here soon, later today, about the NFC champion or the NFC divisional rounds, and I will do a breakdown of what I would love to see Denver do this offseason Bo Nix was great this year. Come to find out, the kid played with 3 fractures in his back, and we'll talk more about that. So I'd really appreciate it if y'all let me know how you like this video. I'm still learning, and we'll go as we can. I hope y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all later.